Hi, this is the part 2 video for the topic energy density stored in electrostatic field. Energy density stored in electrostatic field. I will write this expression here itself. What is that expression? For volume charge, let us go for volume charge only. Field due to point charge and volume charge is same. For volume charge, energy stored in electrostatic field, 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 ES field means electrostatic field, is given by what? We have the expression. What is that expression? That is WE, capital WE equal to 1 by 2 integral rho V. Okay, I did one mistake here, that is 1 by 2 this one, summation should be replaced with integral rho V dV, but I have what? That is voltage, that is rho V into V into dV, rho V into V into dV. This small v indicates the volume, whereas capital V indicates what? This voltage. Okay, just I replaced summation with what? Integration. Just I replaced integration with what? Integration. Okay, so here Q is replaced with what? Integral rho V dV. V is same. Clear na? Now this can be written as what? Rho V into V into dV, rho V into V into dV, volume integral. Now let us simplify this one in order to get what? Energy density stored in electrostatic field. What is energy density? Once again I am repeating, the definition of energy density is nothing but what? It is part 2 video. Okay, in part 1 we discussed the energy density. Okay, that is defined as what? Energy per unit volume, energy per unit volume. Here we have only energy stored in electrostatic field, but we require what? Energy per unit volume, that is dW by dV. Okay, let us find first this WE, then go for what? WE by dWE by dV. Now we can write this one, that is 1 by 2 integral rho V. I will write this one, that is implies WE 1 by 2 integral rho V. So this rho V can be written as what? Del dot D from the Maxwell's first equation, del dot D into V into dV. We know that del dot V into A, del dot V into A, del dot V into A, it is a V is a scalar, whereas A is a vector. This can be written as what? A dot del V, A dot del V. Okay, divergence of any vector gives what? A scalar quantity. This scalar into vector gives what? Vector. Divergence of vector gives what? Scalar. So that's why here dot product of these two vectors, A dot del V equal to what? Scalar only, plus V into del dot A, V into del dot A. What you have here? It is in the form of what? Del dot A means del dot D into V, del dot A into V. So that means we can write this one as what? Del dot A, it implies del dot A into V. Okay, means this one is equal to what? We need to send this term to this side, that equal to what? Del dot into VA, del dot into VA minus A dot into del V, minus A dot into del V, minus A dot into del V. Okay, now replace A with this D. If I replace A with D, WE can be written as WE, that is capital WE can be written as WE can be written as, means this equation can be written as W can be written as, this equation can be written as, that is W suffix E, that means what? Energy stored in electrostatic field is equal to what? 1 by 2. Okay, I need to replace this A, it is in the form of what? If I replace A with D, that becomes what? Del dot D into V, del dot D into V is equivalent to what? Del dot is equivalent to what? 1 by 2. Okay, so if I replace A with D, this becomes what? Del dot D into V, del dot D into V is equivalent to what? Del dot D into V. This is both are same. So that means what? Del dot V into D, del dot V into capital V into D minus A should be replaced with what? D dot del V, D dot del V into dV, that is minus D dot del V into dV. The small v, once again I am repeating, this small v represents what? Volume integral, whereas the capital V is our electric potential. Now let us go for what? So this is 1 by 2, that is W by E, WE is equal to 1 by 2 integral del dot V, let us write like this only, that is V D minus D dot del V. Del V is nothing but what? Minus E, that is dV. Since E equal to what? Minus del V. E is equal to what? Minus del V. Since E equal to minus del V. Okay. Since E equal to minus del V. Here del V is, if E equal to minus del V equal to what? Minus E. I replace del V with what? Minus E. Okay. Now simplify this one. In order to simplify this one, we need to go for what? V. We know that V equal to what? For point charge, V equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon R. If it is volume charge, integral rho V dV. Okay, like this. That means what? V is varied. It implies what? V is varied with respect to what? 1 by R. V is inversely proportional to 1 by R. And what about D? Here I have in this, okay, this WE is consisting of two terms. This is first term and this is second term. This is second term. Let us go for the two terms in this equation. Okay, we have first term. In the first term I have V equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon R, means what? I will write that one again here. V is 1 by R, V varies with 1 by R, whereas D varies, D equal to what? And D equal to V varies, okay, D equal to what? And we know that D equal to what? D equal to what? Q by 4 pi epsilon R square. It implies what? D varies inversely proportional to the square of this R. And here I have term, okay, sorry for this one. We need to write one more step. Here apply divergence theorem to this dV is applicable to both terms, that is since E equal to, we consider minus del V. Okay, this volume integral is applicable to both the terms. First term, okay, apply divergence theorem to the, apply divergence theorem to RHS of the first term. What is divergence theorem? Basically divergence theorem is used to convert the surface integral into volume integral. Here I have volume integral, so divergence of this vector into volume integral means what? Now we can convert this volume integral into surface integral. So if you apply divergence theorem, then we will get a divergence, okay, and integration, closed surface integral becomes the volume integral. So that means without volume integral means it should be closed surface integral. So that's why we have WE is equal to what? 1 by 2. So integral, I will write separately these two terms. So first term is what? Without that means volume integral, we have the divergence. Without divergence means what? That is closed surface integral. Closed surface integral of what? This vector, that is vector is what? V into D bar into dot ds. Okay, or else simply Vd ds minus integral d bar into E bar. Here I have minus into minus becomes plus, that is my integral d into E dv. No need to write these bars. Okay, these are the vector quantities, we know that very clearly. And here that 1 by 2 is common to this part also. It has consisting of two parts, this 1 by 2 and this dv is common to both. Here I apply divergence theorem to this first term. If I apply divergence theorem, this integral del dot Vd dv becomes what? Integral Vd dot ds. Okay. Now coming to this expression, that is We. I will write this one like this, that is 1 by 2 integral Vd dot ds plus 1 by 2 integral d into e dv. Coming to this first term, here we have this first term consisting of what? So this integration consisting of what? V d ds. V varies, v equal to q by 4 pi epsilon r. Let us write like this. And d varies what? D equal to what? Q by 4 pi epsilon r square into ar. And ds is nothing but what? Differential surface area normal to r. Basically d direction is okay, radially outward. So that's why ds is what? ds is what? ds is r square sin theta d theta into d pi, r square sin theta d theta into d pi. So that's why here this product, that is Vd into ds is nothing but what? V varies with 1 by r and d varies with 1 by r square and ds varies, ds direct proportion to what? R square. So that's why V into d into this ds varies what? 1 by r square, that is 1 by r cube into this one, that varies what? 1 by r. Okay, for large surface area, for this large surface area, actually it is closed surface integral, here closed surface integral. For large surface area, 1 by r, this term is varied with respect to r as 1 by r. Okay, for large surface area 1 by r tends to what? Infinity. Okay, sorry, for large surface area r tends to infinity. As r tends to infinity, 1 by r tends to what? 0. So that means what? This term becomes what? So that's why first term becomes in above equation. Therefore in above equation of we, first term becomes 0. First term becomes 0. Clear? Or else remember like this, that is d is nothing but what? D equal to epsilon into E. Okay, E is electric field lines are open in nature. Electric field lines are open in nature. But we are trying here, to close that open lines. So that means what? It is opposite to nature of the electric field lines. Basically they are open in nature, but we are considering this D as what? Closed lines. But these field lines are open in nature. So that's why this should be 0. Electric field lines are open in nature. Or else otherwise V varies 1 by r, D varies with 1 by r square, ds varies with r square. That means entire term varies with 1 by r. Okay, for large surface area r tends to what? Infinity. So that's why 1 by r is tending to what? 0. Clear? So that's why this term becomes 0. We have We is what? Therefore, okay, note down all these things. We have that We as equal to 1 by 2 integral dE into dV. So that's why finally we have what? Therefore We after this step, that means as first term becomes 0 in the equation of that We, we have 1 by 2 integral d into E dV. So this is about We. Now this can be written as what? We is equal to 1 by 2 integral epsilon naught into E square into dV. Okay, so that means what? E and D both are in same direction. That means here epsilon naught E square into dV. Since D equal to what? Epsilon naught into E, means D into E is equal to what? Epsilon naught into E into E. That gives what? Epsilon naught E square. Epsilon naught E square. Actually here you have dot product, that is D dot minus del V. So that is actually it is dot product of D and E. Okay, So that is epsilon naught E square. D into E is like this, since D equal to epsilon naught E. Finally, we have WE is equal to what? That is energy stored in electrostatic fields is given by what? Therefore, energy stored in electrostatic field is given by what? Electrostatic field is given by that is capital WE is equal to 1 by 2 integral epsilon naught E square into dV. Okay, this expression is important, that is W equal to 1 by 2 integral epsilon naught E square into dV. But what we required? Energy density stored in electrostatic field. Energy density stored in electrostatic field is given by what? That is small WE is equal to what? Energy per unit volume. This is the energy, that is D capital WE energy per unit volume, that is dW by dV. It indicates what? If volume changes, energy stored in that volume changes. So that equal to what? Here I have this one. That means I need to apply differentiation. W is this one. I need to apply differentiation with respect to volume for this equation. Means what? Here integration with respect to volume. Here I need to apply differentiation with respect to volume. Means integration, differentiation both are cancelled out. Finally, I will get that 1 by 2 epsilon naught into E square. 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square. That is what? Energy stored in electrostatic energy density stored in electrostatic field, or else this can be written as what? ORR, that WE, small WE, okay, sorry, it is small WE, that is energy density, that or small WE is equal to what? 1 by 2 D dot E. Clear? So in this video lecture, what we discussed? Energy density stored in electrostatic field. In order to determine the energy stored in electrostatic field, first we need to determine the energy due to assemble of 3-point charges. Let us consider 3-point charges, that is Q1 is located at point 1, point 2, point 3. Q3 is located at point 3. Okay, initially this region is free of charge, that means Q1, Q2, Q3 are out of this region. Okay, so then total work, energy due to assemble of these, in order to determine the energy due to assemble of these 3-point charges, we need to determine the work required to assemble these 3-point charges. That work is given by what? W1 plus W2 plus W3. Of course, these are capitals. Okay, the W1 is equal to what? 0. Why 0? Basically, W is equal to what? V into Q. Okay, that means W1 equal to what? Q1 into V1. That is Q1 is placed at point P1. Initially, this region is free of charge. That means at point 1 there is no charge, or else in this region there is no charge. Means as there is no charge, there is no potential in that region. So that's why V1 is 0. As V1 is 0, this one is 0. Next, W2 is what? That can be written as what? Q2. Okay, potential at point 2 due to Q1 is placed. Now this region is filled with Q1, so that's why V21. Next, Q3 into V3, potential at point 3 due to the remaining charges, that is first charge and second charge, that is V32. Okay, if you move this Q3 from infinity position to point 3, we will get potential at point 3 due to the charges Q1 and Q2. So that's why it is the potential at point 3 due to Q1, and it is the potential at point 3 due to the Q2. So that's why total potential at point 3 is V3, where V3 can be written as what? In this case, V3 can be written as what? V31 plus V32. What is V31? Potential at point 3 due to the Q1. What is V32? Potential at point 3 due to the Q2. Clear? Okay. After this, we consider what? If charges are placed in the reverse order, means what? First Q3 at the point 3, and next Q2 at point 2, and Q1 at P1. In that case, W3 plus W2 plus W1. In that case, W3 is 0. Okay. If I add the two equations, I will get W is what? I got W is what? Total WE as what? That is 1 by 2 summation I is equal to 1 to 3 QI VI. For n point charges, it can be written as what? For n point charges, 1 by 2 summation I is equal to 1 to n qi vi. For the point charges, here I have summation. Okay. In case of the continuous charge distribution, means for line charge, surface charge, volume charge, this summation should be replaced with integration. Okay. If I replace that integration, okay, if I replace this summation with integration, in case of for volume charge, I will write that WE is like this, that is integral 1 by 2 integral, okay, that Q should be replaced with what? Rho V into dV, and V is same, that is potential. So this is the expression for what? Energy stored in energy due to the assemble of n point charges. Okay. So if charge is continuous distribution, that is volume charge, not n point charges, it is energy due to the volume charge, energy stored due to the volume charge, that is Q equal to integral rho V dV, rho V into d. Okay, it is small v. Okay. If you simplify this one, we got WE is what? WE is what? That is WE equal to what? 1 by 2 integral d dot E into dV. Okay, then if it is simplified, that means it is energy stored in electrostatic field, but we require what? Energy density. Means what? Energy density is nothing but what? dW by dV, means I need to differentiate this equation with respect to volume. So that means dV. So this volume integration and differentiation cancelled out. Finally, I will get 1 by 2 d dot E, or else that is d equal to what? Epsilon naught into E. So that's why energy density stored in electrostatic field is what? W equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square. Coming to the conclusion, energy stored in electrostatic field is what? So here I will conclude. So that is conclusion is what? Energy stored in electrostatic field is W is equal to what? 1 by 2 integral d dot E dV, or else 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square into dV. This is what? Energy stored in electrostatic field. Energy density is what? That is WE is equal to what? Small w equal to what? d WE by dV, that equal to what? 1 by 2 d dot E, or else it is equal to what? 1 by 2 epsilon naught into E square. Okay, this is all about today's class. We will meet in next class. Thank you.